Cardinals. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Eight yards to go on second down. Now Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mariota to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll get this to Nwangu. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Zaven Collins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Mariota now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Jones. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Miami. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it, because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Tua to throw again. Drops this off with Nwangu. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On second down, here's Nwangu. He will push his way down to about the 14. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Mariota now to throw on first down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Mariota. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. They'll run on first down. It's Hale. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mariota. Flushed out right. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A first down throw for Mariota. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now Jones. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hale. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Hale. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, 36 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Now Jones. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Tua dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Cards are right back in this football game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Right back to him on 1st down. Shifts past him at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mariota. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 2nd down and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Carson stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run now for Nwangu. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give running right, Nwangu. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Second and 6. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Tua on 4th down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all of those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They'll keep it on the ground. Hale. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
To throw, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff here to Nwangu. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Sanders' kick is good. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. On 2nd down, it's Hale, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Mariota. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Mariota's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Mariota. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast?